Have you ever wondered if that healthy-looking fish fillet on your plate might actually be harming your brain, your heart, or even your memory? It sounds crazy. Fish is supposed to be one of the healthiest things we can eat. But here's the unsettling truth. Some fish are loaded with dangerous toxins, hidden chemicals, and brain-shrinking metals. And millions of people, especially seniors, are eating them every week without even knowing. If you're over 60, the risks are even higher. Because as we age, our bodies have a harder time detoxifying heavy metals, and our brains become more vulnerable to inflammation and neurodegeneration. That harmless fish could be speeding up memory loss, fogginess, or even weakening your heart. In this video, I'll reveal 7 fish you must avoid, especially if you want to protect your energy, brain, and longevity. And don't worry, we'll also look at the safest fish to eat and how to shop smart. But first, let's start with one that's hiding in plain sight. Number 7. Tilapia, the inflammation fish. It's cheap, it's everywhere, and it's often marketed as light and healthy. But behind that clean white flesh is a nutritional trap. Tilapia has one of the worst omega-6 to omega-3 ratios of any fish. That means it can fuel chronic inflammation, which is a root cause of heart disease, arthritis, and even Alzheimer's. But that's not the worst part. Most tilapia sold in the U.S. is imported and often raised in polluted waters where the fish are fed a grain-based diet, pumped with antibiotics, and exposed to chemicals banned in the U.S. A study published in Environmental Health Perspectives found that imported farmed fish can contain dangerous levels of dioxins and PCBs, both of which are linked to cancer and hormone disruption. So if you think you're doing your heart a favor by eating tilapia, think again. There are far better options we'll talk about shortly. Number 6. King mackerel, the mercury bomb. King mackerel sounds royal, but the only thing it rules is your mercury load. This predatory fish is near the top of the food chain. That means it accumulates mercury, PCBs, and other industrial toxins from all the smaller fish it eats. And mercury is no joke, especially for older adults. It's been linked to memory loss, kidney problems, nervous system damage, increased risk of heart disease. In fact, a large study in the New England Journal of Medicine found that older adults with higher mercury levels had poorer cognitive function and heart health. King mackerel may look delicious on the grill, but if you care about your brain, your balance, and your independence as you age, it's one fish to leave off your plate. Number 5. Orange roughy, the 100-year mistake. Here's a fun fact. Orange roughy can live over 150 years. Sound impressive until you realize what that means. That fish on your plate? It could be older than your grandmother. And over those decades, orange roughy absorbs massive amounts of mercury and other environmental toxins. These build up in the fatty tissue, where they stay locked in for years. So when you eat orange roughy, you're not just getting a fish dinner. You're potentially swallowing inflammation-triggering compounds, brain-fogging metals, chemicals that can mess with your hormones and heart rhythm. It's no wonder many nutritionists and doctors now warn seniors to stay far away from this long-living fish. Number 4, 3 and 2, swordfish, shark, and tilefish, the toxic trio. These 3 predators might live in different oceans, but they have one dangerous thing in common: mercury, and lots of it. Let's start with swordfish. It's large, meaty, and looks impressive on a dinner plate. But this deep-sea predator absorbs enormous levels of mercury and PCBs as it devours smaller fish over decades. A single 6-ounce serving of swordfish can contain over 1.0 ppm of mercury, nearly 3 times the FDA safety limit for vulnerable populations like seniors. Then there's shark. Yes, people do eat shark meat, but they really shouldn't, because sharks live long, eat often, and bioaccumulate toxic metals, pesticides, and even flame retardants at shocking levels. In fact, a study from the University of Miami found 11 different toxins in shark tissue, including mercury, arsenic, and dioxins, all known to damage nerves, the immune system, and brain function. And last in this deadly trio, tilefish. The FDA specifically advises pregnant women children, and older adults to avoid tilefish completely due to its extreme mercury content. Think of it this way. These fish didn't get dangerous overnight. They've spent years, sometimes decades, soaking in the industrial waste of our oceans. When you eat them, you absorb every year of that toxic history. Number 1. Eel, the silent poison. Yes, eel. It's considered a delicacy in some cuisines, but it may be one of the dirtiest, most chemically polluted fish in the ocean. Here's why. Eels are bottom dwellers. They absorb everything from their surrounding waters, like clothing dyes, plasticizers, flame retardants, and heavy metals like cadmium. In a 2022 analysis by the Environmental Working Group, eel samples from various fish markets showed startling levels of environmental pollutants, some of which are linked to cancer, hormone disruption, and nerve damage. But the danger isn't just to your body. Eel populations are collapsing due to overfishing and pollution, which means eating eel is also a hit to global sustainability. Bottom line, eel may be tasty, but it's a toxic trap. The safer fish to eat and how to choose them. Now let's talk about solutions. Because not all fish are dangerous, and some are absolutely essential for senior health. The best options? Wild-caught salmon, sardines, and anchovies. Trout, Pacific cod. These are low in mercury, high in omega-3s, and rich in selenium, a mineral that helps detoxify mercury and protect your heart. Sardines and anchovies are especially powerful because they're small, reproduce quickly, and don't live long enough to build up toxins. Here are 3 smart tips to follow every time you buy fish. Number 1. Go wild, not farmed. Wild-caught fish usually contain fewer antibiotics, chemicals, and inflammatory omega-6 fats. Number 2. Look for small, young fish. The shorter the lifespan, the fewer toxins they accumulate. Think sardines, swordfish. Number 3. Watch the color and firmness. For salmon, deep red orange is a good sign. For white fish, go for translucent flesh with no strong odor or slimy texture. So the next time you're planning a heart-healthy fish dinner, pause and think. Is this fish truly nourishing my body or quietly harming it? Because even one toxic meal, eaten regularly, can chip away at your memory, your circulation, your energy, until it's too late to reverse the damage. But what about canned tuna? Is that still safe for seniors? That's a tricky one, and the answer might surprise you. We'll dive into that and reveal the one mistake people make when choosing healthy fish oil supplements in the next video. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe. Your body, your brain, and your future self will thank you.